Hello YouTube and welcome to Turmoil in the Toybox. I'm your host Aaron Hauser, and today we're going to be reviewing the NECA quarter scale xenomorph from Ridley Scott's Alien. Now I chose to do a review on this figure today because of the passing of the man who designed this icon, H.R. Giger. He was an incredible artist and a huge hero of mine growing up. I loved his works of art. He did such a great job on designing not only this xenomorph that became the staple of the Alien series, but if you have a chance to check out any of his other art that he's designed throughout the years, it is so beautifully done. He has such a very cool dark design about all of his works that just make each of his pieces very, very iconic. So in honoring his memory today, I wanted to do a review on the creature that kind of shot him into stardom as far as Hollywood goes, which was, of course, the Big Chap, which is what they called this guy on set during the filming of Ridley Scott's masterpiece, Alien. And this is a perfect way to capture how incredibly well designed this creature was. And NECA just aced it with this guy. He is a lot harder to find these days. I picked him up several years back for about $50 through Amazon.com. And since then, this guy can go for around $200 to $300, depending on where you look. You might be able to get lucky and get it for around $80 to $100, I've seen occasionally, but more often than not, this guy is a bit harder to find. But this just does a great job of capturing the look, the feel of this character, and it's the role it plays in Ridley Scott's Alien. They did a great design with the head. As far as articulation goes, has that extendable inner jaw, which is now, you know, one of the coolest parts of the xenomorph in my opinion. That can go back in there. The lower jaw is articulated as well. It's got articulation in the head. And you'll have to forgive me, this guy he's fairly fragile, so I'm a little wary of rotating all of his joints and stuff for the review, but I'll gladly point out the different articulation points. He does have articulation in the shoulder, in the upper arm, the elbow, in the wrists. He has articulation in the lower waist right there, sort of on a ball joint. Rotation in the hips. This doesn't have the newer joint articulation that you see on some of the NECA quarter scale figures. This just rotates. And then it has rotation at the knee. And actually these lower legs detach at this point so that you can store it. When it comes out of the box, you actually have to attach the legs. And I'm trying to remember, I don't think the tail detaches. It was the back spikes, which I'll get to in a second. Those also detach. And then he has articulation in the ankles. And then the knees, they do sort of ratchet into place, which is very much a needed part of this figure because he is very top heavy. Very, very top heavy. And if there's one complaint that I have heard over and over again about this guy is that he takes shelf dives like crazy. Now personally, I've never had that issue with him because I've actually managed to use the tail as sort of a balance point for him on display. Which leads me to my next point, which is the articulation in the tail. This entire piece is flexible, which is really nice. Has that sort of wire portion that runs through it so you can actually bend it, articulate it to help either the character stand or if you need it to kind of prop itself up. Really nice detailing on the back. And then the back spikes, like I said, those are removable. And These are also kind of fragile, but it's just so phenomenally well designed. And I think they did a great job of capturing the look and feel of H.R. Geiger's Xeno, or at least the way that it was shown on screen. And it just the amount of intricate detailing, especially on the mouth and everything here, so well done. I love how they did the teeth. If you look at the chest, tons of detailing on there. They did a great job with the claws, the hands as well. It has that sort of almost human look to it, with the different traits that it took on from, you know, hatching from a human. And it's so cool to see how far into the detailing NECA went with all the little intricacies on this figure. The way the hands look and everything, so well done. But yeah, overall this is a beautifully done piece, and they did release this guy as a 7-inch version as well, which I have here. And he has pretty much the same articulation that you've seen on the quarter scale Xeno. And I believe this one actually came with a Predator 2-pack for I think it came with the classic unmasked Predator from the first film, and then it came with the 7-inch scale version of Ridley Scott's Alien. So yeah, as you can see, very, very cool piece. Great collector's item if you're a fan of the Alien series, and you know, it is, in my opinion, one of the greatest works of art from H.R. Geiger. And, you know, ignore the fact that, you know, it became such an icon in the Alien series. If you go back and you look at the concept art that he did for this film, it is just beautiful. It is absolutely breathtaking. And they did such a great job of, I think, capturing that look and feel of his initial designs on screen with this character. And NECA took that a step further in, you know, making this guy out of plastic, and this is by far one of the best NECA quarter scale figures that they have ever released. And it's definitely one of the best collectible pieces from them, I think, so far. So that is about it. If you have any questions about this figure, just leave them in the comments below, and feel free to check out some of my other reviews, including reviews that I've done on past series sets for Aliens, Predator, all sorts of other NECA releases that have been done for the Alien line, including, what was it? It was the Xenomorph 2-pack for the red and the blue Xenomorphs that were released last year, I believe. So, but yeah, that's about it. As always, thanks for watching.